Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Swampy Comics. Let's do our tier list for everything that I ended up picking up the week of July 15th, 2025. First up, we got Absolute Batman, and just starting off with a banger. Every issue of this series that comes out is a banger, and this one did not disappoint. Holy crap, where do I start? I guess at the beginning, Bruce is waking up after being captured by Bane inside of Arkham, where it seems to varying degrees of success. The doctors over and over again are having to capture him and try to experiment and tranquilize him and capture him after he escapes again and again and again. And he just keeps on being one step ahead of him every single time, except for Bane ends up one step ahead of him. And all this culminates with him breaking out his buddy Waylon, who he was going to Arkham to search for. And his buddy Waylon has been turned into the Killer Croc, or the absolute version of the Killer Croc, which is one hell of a beast. And this issue had one of the best, just biggest fist pumping splash pages I've seen in a long time. And I mean, just the art and the writing continues to be top notch. I'm just continually impressed with this book. So I guess there's no other place to put it other than S tier. Up here with Guy Garnder partying. All right. Next up, we have Absolute Flash. And I really liked the first three issues of Absolute Flash. And then on issue four, they changed artists, and it was a little bit more of taking a breath from the constant action that the first three issues were. So that's fine. I tried not to hold that against it, but the art really wasn't doing it for me, and that unfortunately continues with this issue where we do see a lot more action. Flash coming up to fight the absolute version of Heatwave, with little Grodd trying to get him to help him rather than fight him, which is just this little tiny version of Grodd has been a really interesting take on the character, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here. And yeah, Wally just seems to he's a good kid that just seems scared out of his wits from his situation, and it seems like he's saving his friends while pushing them away at the same time, like making friends, but then just putting a big block in between him and them. And I don't, they, you feel for the kid, and I really do enjoy the writing, and the moment that we had with the rogues was pretty cool. You had Glider, kind of Golden Glider, going after Trickster, telling her, "Why don't you take off that mask of yours?" And then Trickster saying, "How about you first?" And Glider getting really mad, which kind of alludes to something I hope we end up finding out about. I hope it wasn't just an out of character, strange, aggressive moment. But um, this honestly was a B tier issue writing wise, but the art at a couple of points really took me out of it. Like, I don't like ragging on artists, and I like a lot of different art styles in my comics. But the art just took me out of it for this one. And so, unfortunately, it's just going to be bumped down to C tier this week. Yeah, Guy is just not too impressed on the C tier. But let's move on. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting to move the covers. There we go. Growing pains, you know what I mean? I'm new at this. But next up, we have Superman World's Finest number 41. And this is starting a whole new arc in this constant adventure book. This is a fantastically fun book to get into, whether you're new or whether you're a solid fan of one or both of these characters that are in the title here. Um, this book just continues to be a blast, and this issue opens up with Ramen um, running away from strange, bizarro versions of a bunch of people that we've confronted along the adventures of the world's finest. Some of Superman's friends at the Daily Planet and whatnot. But yeah, this looks to be really cool. I really dig anything bizarro, especially when they can twist it into a kind of a scary horror. kind of feel, and that's kind of what they're doing here. I mean, really light on the horror, but not just silly me talk backwards, me love you when it said, when he wants to say he hates something. And no, this one goes a little further than that, and it seems like there's a lot of bizarros that are infected with something that is making them talk normal, and they realize how terrible their existence is, and they want to go back to being bizarros, which is bizarre. And this issue does its job. There wasn't a whole lot of action in it, and the storyline is just kind of starting. I expect the next beat to be a little more action packed, and but it was a fun issue. I really liked it. But nothing too crazy good. So it's going to be a solid B tier, B plus if I could, honestly. But speaking of fun books, let's go to the next issue. Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe, #1. And I'm trying to get more into Marvel, and everything is really deep into what they're doing, and it's hard to jump in. But I've loved Godzilla a lot since I was a kid, and like Punisher destroys the Marvel universe. Anytime anybody comes in to destroy the Marvel universe, or Predators coming in, or aliens, from the Aliens franchise are coming in, I'm a big fan of that, and this did not disappoint. This was a whole lot of fun. Just, the silly, but not cringy type of silly, was just heavy in this book, and I really liked. It seems like we're starting off dealing with the Fantastic Four, and next issue will bring in the Avengers, and then probably the X-Men after that. But there's a good mix of characters from all over the Marvel universe in this first issue, and probably will continue into the second issue. My favorite moment was probably Thing biting Godzilla, and Godzilla feeling it and having almost a comical look on his face with the pain that he felt, and just then subsequently flinging Thing against a skyscraper. It's pretty fun. If you just need some easy reading, just some popcorn reads, I guess you could call it. I strongly suggest Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe, and we're just gonna go ahead and put that bad boy up in A tier. That is summer fun right there. Next up, we got issue 2 of Krypto, the Last Dog of Krypton. And I really liked the first issue. It was adorable as all hell, and pulled on the heartstrings. It's nothing like a lost dog story to make my lower lip stick out. And Krypto didn't disappoint in the first issue, and this issue was a little rough. I mean, we'll get to it when we get to another comic later down the list, but this isn't the only time that we've seen Krypto have a hard time. And on top of that, he was already kidnapped in the Superman movie that came out this week. Spoiler alert. But I think the "Where's My Dog" clip has kind of gone around publicly as part of the promo material, so don't come at me with your pitchforks. But yeah, this issue involves Krypto coming across a young Lex Luthor who's just as much of a vindictive dick as you'd expect him to be. And warning to those that there are moments of animal abuse. It's not too heavy, but Lex definitely swats this dog within the pages, which kind of surprised me. But through a terrible, half thought out scheme that Lex creates to try to get ahead, that then creates a big, dangerous problem, Krypto ends up saving the day and getting away from Lex. And I can't wait to see where his adventures lead him next. This was a solid issue. Nothing to write home about, but still a lot of fun. We're going to go ahead, put this right next to Batman, Superman, and the B tier. And let's go on to our next comic. And we have New Gods #8. This was another banger. Man, the art in this series, the writing in this series, the absolute heart this series has just continues, and intrigue. I mean, it just continues to fascinate me. This issue had Seraphim from the Forever People officially kind of coming across our cast of characters that we've been dealing with mostly going through this series, now that the new Genosians have new Genocide, new Genesis people, whatever you want to call them, now that they're on Earth and hanging out with the Justice League and kind of trying to gain a foothold of just any semblance of home. This this deals with Isaiah the High Father, or Isaiah, however you want to pronounce it, stepping down as High Father and calling for another a replacement. And it was a cool moment when he did that and walked away from his staff. Everybody kind of looked at Orion, so that's kind of intriguing. I wonder if this is going to be a permanent fix, or if Orion will take up the fold or the staff, or maybe, Scott, Mr. Miracle himself might take it up. I don't know. I'm really excited to see where this goes. The last page in this comic is just a beautiful celebration of life that filled my heart with warmth, and I'm really sad that it seems like there's only 4 more issues left in this series. I hope the sales have done well enough, and I hope the space is there for this series to continue indefinitely, because I really enjoy it. It's responsible. It's one of the series that's responsible for me getting so heavily back into comics, and yeah, just the trusting arms of the New Gods, Rombies, the New Gods. I love it. This is a fantastic issue, one of the best ones of the entire run. It's going in S tier without a question. Speaking of S, let's go to Superman Unlimited. He wears a big old one on his chest, and this little dog here on the cover wears a little one around his collar. Superman Unlimited 3. Going on the, I forget the name of the country, but going along with the storyline about the country that has created an entire economy based around kryptonite, now that kryptonite meteor has crashed to Earth. Superman is trying to deal with the fallout for that and what that could mean for the many Kryptonians across Earth. His cousin Kara, Superboy, Connor, his son Jonathan, and the others, Keenan, there's quite a few now. But yeah, he's kind of trying to go in undercover as Clark to get some information about this big expo, this big demo that's going to be shown by this country, because they have a big invention to show off. And it turns out this invention was created by the Toy Man. And of course, Superman takes immediate suspicion to this and has Krypto go check it out. And turns out it's big old giant robot, which he has Krypto dive into the middle of to get to the power source and just take this thing right out. Turns out it's powered by kryptonite. Really, Clark, you didn't see that one coming? Come on, man. But anyway, yeah, this issue was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Lots of action. Big sad moment of Krypto getting sick from the kryptonite. Kind of bummed me out. 3rd time this week I seen my boy Krypto knocked low. But he's okay. This wasn't the end of him. But yeah, Superman Unlimited. I mean, I can't believe there's 3 great in continuity Superman's comics that are going on right now, and Superman Unlimited continues to just be a whole lot of fun. So we're gonna put this one promptly in A tier. Next up, in order to fill my palette for Marvel books, I was originally going to get the X-Men Age of Revelation #0, but none of the shops in my area had a copy, because it was kind of a ghost drop almost. So I picked up a different Marvel #1, and I got Vision and the Scarlet Witch #1. This was alright. I really felt lost as somebody who hasn't been too into the lore of Marvel comics proper. I when I was younger, I used to know a lot more, but the MCU has kind of put a weird script over a lot of my knowledge. So getting back into this was strange. Vision has a daughter. That's cool. I liked it. There was nothing wrong with it. It was a good story. It was a fun read. I would put this in B tier as a solid book. But with it being an issue 1 and just feeling half lost, jumping in as a new reader, Um, I just gotta put this one down in C tier, unfortunately. But I'm hoping, maybe as the story goes along, maybe I'm wrong, and I'm kind of seeing some things that'll be explained later on. It didn't feel that way, but I could be totally wrong. So I'm gonna continue with this one and see where it goes, and yeah, we'll see, we'll see. But last but not least, alphabetically, starting with the letter Z, and last in her mini series, we have Zatanna number 6. And oh man, Jamal Campbell's Zatanna miniseries has been fantastic, and this final issue did not disappoint whatsoever. A big epic confrontation, a nice wrapping up of the story, and some excitement for possibly what might be in store for Zatanna and hopefully the Justice League Dark, because they show up in this issue, or most of them do. Didn't see my boy Swamp Thing around, but yeah, I mean, when this comes out in trade, you should pick it up. If you can get all 6 of them, you should. The artwork and writing are fantastic. Zatanna is, I mean, I just bought the first issue, honestly, because I was like, oh, number 1, and it was that Pico Ossio foil cover of just her, and I was just like, that's cool. Even if I don't enjoy this, I'll like having that around. Um, but yeah, Zatanna is one of my favorite DC characters now. Like Zatanna, however you pronounce it, doesn't matter. But Zatanna's just fabulous. This series was great. Ended on such a high note. Ended on such a excitement for what's next. And yeah, I can't wait to follow her throughout this DC universe more. So yep, Zatanna 6 is going in the S tier. So that's this week's comics. Nothing made D or F, so that's fantastic. But let's see, what is the pick of the week? Oof. It's hard. It's a tough one, but I think we're just gonna. Yeah, I think we're just gonna keep the pick right here on Zatanna. I think that's my pick of the week. I mean, Absolute Batman and New Gods were top tier, but so was Zatanna, and this is capping off an absolutely fantastic and unique feeling mini series that I just thoroughly enjoyed. So yeah, Zatanna number 6 is my pick of the week. Um, and yeah, well that's it. I will hopefully see you on Wednesday, folks, for next week's weekly polls. That will be let's take a look here. What day would it be? Yeah, the 23rd. So yeah, July 23rd's polls. That video will drop Wednesday evening. Like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Leave a comment below if I got anything wrong, or if you wanted to add something, or feel like I missed something. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time.